Hello my gorgeous Capricorn, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your weekly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you my gorgeous Capricornius, and it's in between the 13th and the actual 19th of June 2022. So this weekly horoscope tarot card focus is for you my gorgeous Capricornius, and it's in between the 13th and the actual 19th of June 2022. My goodness, the beginning of this week, it's going to be so unusual, but you know what? It's actually going to bring the best out of you. You need sometimes goes to these particular places of your spirit, of your soul, in order to understand yourself better, in order to understand yourself more, because you are the one who needs to understand yourself. You are the one who needs to understand your spirit. You are the one who needs to understand your soul. Don't worry about anything else or anyone else at this moment in time. What is going to be unfolding and happening, it's quite important when it comes to your knowledge, everything that you have learned so far, but also when it comes to your next step, because there are certain things that are going to change so much, but they're going to be such a big changes that you're not going to be able to understand what an impact on your life this is actually going to make. Let me just explain this one step at a time. At the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Capricornius, you are going to feel a rather unusual, and this unusualness is going to bring emotional confusion, and the emotional confusion that you're going to feel is coming from the actual temptation. There is something that is going to be tempting you, some kind of temptation, but I need you to be yet again really careful about this, okay? You need to be careful what this temptation is, because this is going to happen at around the time when you are going to feel a little bit weak and you do not want to overreact whatsoever. So to pay attention to you kind of overreacting on things, it's really important when you when you are going through this emotional confusion, because on one hand it's going to protect you from this temptation, but on another hand, even most importantly, there is some kind of a doubt and suspicion that you are going to have, and this doubt and suspicion that you are going to have, it's going to really open your eyes, but it's going to make you aware that after this moment in time, the actual timing is critical. The direct communication is critical. You putting your foot down, it's critical. You expressing yourself, it's critical when it comes to the whole week. Okay, it is very important for you to remember, because that in itself, it's really kind of gonna have such a nice turnaround here. So it's not only like, oh yeah, you're gonna have emotional confusion, you're gonna kind of like, you need to pay attention to this temptation, this is gonna like kind of make you doubtful, and this is kind of like show you the suspicion, but all these things at the same time are actually going to be such a strong and powerful confirmation of absolutely everything that you've been kind of observing and watching on the outside. This is nothing to do with your personal situation as such, but it's to do with so many things that have been kind of affecting you, and now you're gonna be like, no baby, no more. So this is why this is gonna bring the best out of you actually. So it's not only about the timing is critical, but it's about the bravery that you're gonna feel. You will know your own bravery is through your own capacity, and that in itself is gonna make you feel so kind of strong, so powerful, and it is going to be playing an important role when you find yourself you're going to find yourself questioning so much about your life. But this bravery is really important at the same time, because you need to remember this. You must not ignore opportunity, because this is all going to make you feel really indecisive, and this indecisiveness, it's going to basically kind of be it's like kind of heavy energy in itself, because a lot is going to be on your mind, a lot you're going to wonder, a lot you're going to question, but then again, at the same time, these are all absolutely superb, perfect things for you to question and wonder about this moment in time. But at the same time, you need to understand that this energy is going to be so strong, and it just drains quite a lot out of us when we are kind of indecisive, and we find out quite a lot looking at the bigger picture on the outside. You know what I mean? You get even more confirmation. So it's just a kind of carefully planning your journey along the way, and using things that you've already been through, and using those things that you do not want to repeat again, that didn't make sense, that you maybe did like at some moment in time in the past, but you know, this is all going to be highlighted in such an interesting and unusual way. So what you need to remember, that you know, you are gonna have this bravery around you, you are gonna feel very indecisive, but you must not allow this indecisiveness to take the better of you in terms of ignoring other opportunities. Please do remember this. You see, when you feel indecisive, you know what, this is actually brilliant, all this is fantastic, all this is amazing, all this is brilliant. Take it as a blessing. So when you feel like emotional confusion, temptation, and doubt, suspicion, and all that, you know, you will know this is a good sign, because it's going to lead towards you changing your mind and finding yourself being indecisive with such an important part of your life. And what you need to remember with that, look beneath the surface. You will read something in between the line. Look beneath the surface. This is what you need to remember. And also remember that there are going to be important opportunities of your lifetime, you know, and you must not ignore them. So you just think about the balance. It is important, okay? So you don't want this indecisiveness to actually hold you back, okay? Because you are about to make the choice, you know, that's best for you, you know, and for people who mean to you so much. So, but what else you need to remember, to actually make the choice that's the best for you, rather than trying to please some other people. So this is what you need to understand, okay? Because you are going to feel a little bit trapped in between the intellectual and the emotional. So you have to pay attention to that particular balance. By the time you get to the midweek, my gorgeous Capricornius, you know, you see, this week is really complex, but it's good, okay? It's complex, but it's good. You worked really hard, okay? You achieved so much, you've been through a lot, and now this is like kind of the process of an unfoldment, you know, that is going to mark the beginning of something very, very special by the end of this week. And although it's not going to seem so, but you know, you are gonna find yourself like really kind of drifting quite far, much further than you normally would, and suddenly you will see that your own energy is allowing you to go so much further. But as long as you kind of like really put your intuition to number one and pay attention to that direct communication throughout this week, the point that, you know, you need to put your foot down and express yourself exactly how you want to express yourself. It's now more important than ever. No one can live your life for you, okay? This is so important to remember, because by the time you get to the midweek, my gorgeous Capricornius, there is going to be very, very unusual, really strange situation, like something really strange, nothing bad and horrible, blah blah blah, but it's a very strange situation, very weird experience. You're gonna have such a weird experience, and that weird experience, look, it's gonna make you aware of the certain failure in the past and the certain defeat in the past. So that now quickly is just gonna make you like, oh my god, you know what, I want to change some plans, you know, I want to change some plans, and it is suddenly going to make you to change certain plans. So it's all about the change and alteration. But where is it coming from? From things that you already know, from things that you've already learned, from things that you don't want to repeat, because you see, your spirit grew so much. So at this moment in time, your level of understanding is going to be remarkable. It's about you awakening your spirit, but also awakening your own desire to change. This is going to awaken your desire to change, you know, change, alteration, and that in itself, it's absolutely brilliant time of your own improvement when it comes to your development, promotion. And you are going to hear quite good news, like, which is going to surprise you out of the blue, things that you worked on over the last 24 months, you wanted to achieve, they were so slow. So now suddenly there is a sudden progress that is going to surprise you. And this in itself, it couldn't happen at a better time, because on one hand, it's going to kind of like really make you aware to be cautious but wise, you know. It's going to make you aware of the a certain part of your life, to be kind of very cautious but wise, you know. It's to do with the cautious but wise actions. But then again, it's also going to make you aware of the power, miraculous power, when you actually pay attention to detail. Okay, and this is all going to be part of it, and it's also going to open you up nicely and it's gonna like kind of like a really help you to have a more positive outlook when it comes to the actual future. So it's all about you looking to the future with hope and optimism. After this moment in time, you're gonna feel such an immense power within, and also you are really pretty much so going to feel very happy when it comes to really happy changes that are gonna bring relief from challenging times, one step at a time. I'm not saying everything is going to change, but it's just going to feel so good. This energy is going to feel really, really good, and this is a very great sign. By the time you get to the last part of this week, it's all about this divine order that you're going to find yourself at. It's all about you doing what you feel is right, and never mind the fact that there is someone really wonderful, beautiful male person, male figure, somebody a little bit older, somebody beautiful, somebody wonderful, somebody so spiritual, somebody so intelligent, somebody so fatherly, somebody so like genuine, somebody so gentle. So it's just such a beautiful person with an absolutely wonderful energy around this person. There is such a wonderful energy around him, and this is a man, a beautiful spirit, an older wise spirit who is in your life, and this man is going to really kind of inspire you so much. They're going to give you like a little advice, but it's not going to be as direct. It's more going to come through the actual conversation, and through this conversation you're also going to find out a little secret. Not that he's going to tell you the secret, but you're going to be able to find out a little secret through this conversation. So on one hand, you're going to find out an amazing little secret, but then on another hand, you're also kind of going to be inspired by this person, and you're going to really know exactly what to do in order not to repeat like a certain errors, and because very, very important lesson is going to be unfolding here in itself, and that is going to lead towards you walking a very sacred path after this moment in time. Capricornius, this is important. This is going to lead you to the very, very sacred path. When it comes to the actual certain obstacles are going to be removed, but then at the same time, the path that I'm talking about is going to bring you, it's going to highlight your concentration. So naturally, you're going to be drifting towards learning something, towards learning something, towards learning something. It's not something that is going to come and happen for the first time here. This was on your mind for quite a while. Something was attracting you like a big time. Something was around you. Something was on your mind. Something that you need to read up a little bit more. Something that you need to learn about a little bit more. And this is naturally going to become an unfoldment after this moment in time. So it's all about deep concentration, application, and knowing it's through your own reflection, So you're going to feel a very, very strong, powerful, unique, amazing, incredible respect for knowledge. And this is to do with your passion, to do with your desire, and also this is going to bring you so many ideas. There is going to be very interesting news that you are going to have at the same time, and that interesting news is going to really make you aware that what you are doing right now, it's one of the wisest things of your life when it comes to investing in yourself, investing in your spiritual journey, but doing one of the greatest investments in your life in general. This is absolutely brilliant. And on one hand, you are pretty much so you need to remember this is a great time to kind of like take a break, especially when it comes to like a balance. You need to think about the balance, reconnect with the nature, spend some time by yourself, because I'm telling you, especially when it comes to this week, the more you are by yourself, the more certain things are going to come to you. I'm telling you this because this week is going to be filled with absolutely mind-blowing epiphanies and mind-blowing signs and mind-blowing realizations, and whenever you see the number 333 repeating or number 777 repeating, you just need to remember to stand strong and focus on your purpose. Stand strong and focus on your purpose. This is the exact message that you should remember throughout this week. Okay, my gorgeous Capricornius, I love you all so much. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Capricornius. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.